Hey everyone, it's No Clue, and welcome back to another racing mower update. I got this lawnmower all torn apart. I'm going to be raising my rear fenders here a half of an inch to give me ample clearance for my tires without sacrificing the look, because these tires will rub on the fenders and I don't want them to get a hole in it. So I'm going to kick them up a little bit and call it good. So I finally got this entire front end done as far as major fabrication. I may have a thing or two left to do on it, but nothing that I could really record on that's worth my while. A lot of just grinding this weld down and doing body work. And the same thing for this rear fender here. I got a little bit of body work I'm going to have done on camera, but other than that, there's not a lot left to do to it. But what I got going on, these are chopped in half. I'm going to take some flat stock I got lying around here somewhere. There it is. Take this 1 1/4 half stock, flat stock, and be shoving it in there like that, but I'll only leave a 1/2 inch gap to raise it, because that's all it needs to go. So I'm going to cut this down to size, I'm going to tack those in place, and I'm going to throw my fenders back on, and I'll show you guys what it's going to kind of look like. So you see here, I got these tack welded together. Is this one cool enough? It's still a little warm, but I got my 1/2 inch gap in there, and I'm going to try test fitting this one, see how she fits. My pile of hardware for this thing. Now the trick is, when you're trying to work with hot metal, is not to burn yourself. There we go, I think that one started. What do I do with my ratchet? This one. Alright. Let's grab this other guy here. And this one I know is hot for sure. Two more bolts. Get this one tightened down, and then we can drop the fenders on here. There we go. Not tight enough to ride around on, but tight enough to set this on here and get a look. There's problem number one. They're not as straight as they could be, so I got to figure out where the bends are and straighten them out, but it's not the point of this. The point of this is to see where exactly my wheel clearance is. Because I still got to tack weld those, or finish welding those braces on to make it strong enough for me to actually sit on without it breaking. There we go. That's plenty of tire clearance now. And all without changing any major looks of it. And the rider will now set up a 1/2 inch higher, which is great for me because with my long legs, I gotta have my seat slid back anyways, so give me a little bit more leg room on it. There's a little bit of warpage in the fender, but that's okay. Yeah, it won't take much to straighten that out. I'm not worried about that at all. Alright, so I'm gonna take everything back apart and straighten her all out, bolt her on, and see what it looks like with the seat back on it. Oh, this is great, because I got this rear end back together and I was fabricating some inserts for my fenders here. And here it is, made out of some nice shiny diamond plate. And it fits in there, and it looks great. But I come over here, and I was assuming this thing was parallel, and it doesn't fit. I mean, it kind of fits, but it doesn't fit to where everything lines up. So, turns out this side is a 1/4 inch farther forward than that side. So I'm guessing way back when I welded this thing on, it had to have shifted just a hair. So now I get to have the fun of cutting that back off, grinding everything smooth and starting over to make that work. It's about 8 o'clock right now and about a 1/2 hour messing with this. I've managed to get the fenders to sit right without having to change a single thing. With this MTD fender, the holes that's in these fenders here are bigger than the bolt by a good 1/16 of an inch, if that. But it gave me enough slide back and forth to slide this side of the fender back and this side forward enough to get them straightened out to be square, which I'm very happy about, which means no cutting for me. Actually, I did do a little bit of cutting. I notched out right here to clear this weld on this side, and it fits in there like so. And my battery still got charged by the time I'm done with this. I will show you what it looks like with both sides bolted down. And I'll be right back with that. Alright, so here's the reveal. Right now I just have these screws in. I don't have the bottom screws in yet because I just don't have them in yet. But they look pretty mean right now, so I'm quite happy with it. I'm sure it's going to do a fantastic job of supporting the fender. So, yeah, also I need to knock the rear tires off this thing and drill through my footrest to get a good bolt hole for it. And yeah, I'm hoping that these guys are long enough, but I'm not too sure about that yet. But they're on there. I'm quite happy with that. I'm especially happy that I don't have to cut my seat mounts off and redo it. So yeah, that's all I got for this update. I'm like 99% done with fabrication. I got a little bit more to do here and there. But as soon as it's all said and done, I'll be ready for one last test drive to make sure everything's working the way it needs to be. And then I get to do the finishing body work and paint it. So yeah, I'm quite excited to get a fresh coat of paint on this thing to yeah, I finished it up. So until then, guys, I'll catch you next time.